So this is my BISSELL SpinWave SmartSteam sanitizing spin mop, and if you want to take a good look, it can pivot, it can move, it generates steam very quickly. The steam can get very hot, and we're also going to compare it to the Shark Steam and Scrub because both units are going to look similar, but at the same time, they're going to work differently. Because if you look at the BISSELL and you look at the Shark, you notice that the BISSELL is going to be larger and it's going to be taller, and it has a display up top that's going to change its steam output depending if you're on tile or if you're on hard floors. Then you look at the tank here, it has a much larger tank at about holding 19 ounces, and the design is a little bit more modern than what you see on the Shark. They have the ability to adjust the mode, which is going to be from high and low, or otherwise known as tile or hard floor, and you're going to have the ability to turn off the steam, so it's going to be able to operate as a spin wave. If you look deeply or closely at the actual areas where your mop pads are going to be connected to the spin wave, it's actually going to have these little holes that are going to be generating and outputting the steam. And that's going to be a more even steam around all sides of the mop pad than you get with the Shark. The mobility as well as the maneuverability is very solid because it's going to be able to pivot. And if you put them side by side against each other, you can see the Shark is generating a lot of steam, but once we activate and turn on our BISSELL, the BISSELL is also going to be able to generate just as much, if not more steam than what you get on the Shark. One thing we will say is that maneuvering both units on your floor is going to be very easy, but because the BISSELL rotates at about 230 rotations per minute, we know it's going to be a little bit easier to push on your floor overall. And that's just like on the Shark where you have your mode button and you can switch between light, normal, and deep. BISSELL is coming with a display here, and it's going to bring you the buttons on top that are going to let you decide if you want to activate the steam or deactivate the steam. So on the back, you'll notice there are some differences here. Where you wrap your cords on the Shark is going to be already set up. Here on the BISSELL, you actually have areas that can go locked in, or you can open it out. I don't know if that's necessary, but they have it on not only the top, but also the bottom. In terms of the overall power, your BISSELL is coming with a 120 volt, 1380 watt motor. And if you're looking at your Shark, this comes with a 120 watt motor, still 120 volts. So your spin wave should hypothetically be able to produce more steam faster than the Shark. And you're going to see that those indicator bars on the bottom, that's either going to indicate that you have it on hard floors, hardwood floors, no steam, so you just want it to be as a spin wave, or you want it to be on marble or kitchen or larger tile. So then we just have to turn it on. We're just going to press the button here, and suddenly it is now activated. There's low and high and no steam. So low, high, no steam. Low, high, no steam. Low, high, no steam. Because it has that spinning action, it kind of wants to just move on its own. So you can just glide it, like it will almost propel itself. You don't want it to just let it go, but it will kind of propel itself if you want. And you can see the steam action is already working. And you can see how hot it gets. We're getting about 145.6. And once it starts producing, it's really producing a lot. Currently our unit is about 199, 200 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's how it disinfects. It just gets really warm. As long as you vacuum first and your floors are not that dirty, you'll find that this does a really good job just cleaning in and around different places, and you can get into the corners. If you pick up your unit, it's going to automatically turn itself off. So then it'll turn itself off once it's in the picked up state. Then you can just turn it back on just by pressing the button here. Now it's back on. And having that added functionality on the SpinWave SmartSteam so that it can just be used as a spin wave makes it a little different from the Steam and Scrub from Shark, because that does not have that. Or you have to move on to the higher trim from Shark, while the SpinWave SmartSteam is going to be that incredibly good value. This is the BISSELL Steam Scrubs mop pads after we just did our kitchen. You can see how dirty the mop pads actually are. So now if you compare that to the Shark Steam and Scrub, here you're going to pick the mode. So we're just going to go into a light or a normal or a deep mode, depending on which mode you want. So let's say we want it on deep because we had tested out our BISSELL SmartSteam on the highest settings. This is how bright everything is. Now steam is going to be starting to be generated and produced very quickly, and you can already see the steam coming out. But you don't know what temperature it is, and that's one of the differences between the SmartSteam and the steam and scrub. So the Shark definitely feels less powerful when you use it, and that's because of the lighter weight as well as having these smaller steam pads on the bottom. As an overall functionality, it is still very similar in what it can do with the BISSELL, because there's only so much these devices can do. So what's our verdict on the BISSELL SmartSteam versus the Shark Steam Scrub? Well, if you take a look at both of them, they both work very well. It really comes down to what features you're looking for, and if you prefer the lighter weight of the Shark or you prefer the more power as well as more rotational force, I feel, on the BISSELL. Because as you pull the BISSELL around, because it's more solid, it actually puts more pressure on the floor so that you don't have to do as many repeat passes and you don't have to do as much scrubbing. And it comes with a larger water tank, and combine that with the better build quality of the BISSELL, it's going to feel more solid. All the components are going to feel more durable. The plastic is just going to be a little bit thicker, and the pad is also going to be slightly denser and wider than what you get with the Shark. Regardless, it depends on what price you're paying, because the BISSELL, we've seen it on sale already for around $100, but MSRP is $150. For the Shark itself, normally it's going to cost you about $150, but we've seen it on sale close to $100 as well. So with that, thanks for watching, everybody. This is David with the French Glow. Please hit that like and subscribe button to support our channel, and I'll catch you next time. Bye, bye, bye.